Okay, we are here at NBC. Okay, so we have the cross thing that supposedly fell. I mean, let's really think about the symbology here, people. Okay, this is supposed to have crushed a man. I don't see any blood. Let's look for some blood with the magnifier. I don't want to be accused of not going 100%. Okay, let's see if we can find some drops of blood. I mean, you would think they would at least sprinkle some blood. What else are we going to see here, though? Okay, I don't see no blood. So I'm wondering where'd the guy that died, right? But see, here's the thing. They told you a guy died, and now they have supposedly Jesus Christ here all broken up off the cross that fell. Crushes man to death. Okay? The accident came just days before a historic canonization. Okay? The 98-foot high wooden and concrete cross fell during a ceremony. In the Italian alpine village of Kivo on Thursday, killing 21-year-old student Marco Gusmini. Okay, so what do we have here? We have an M and we have a G. Another man, who apparently is nameless, was taken to hospital. I guess he's not worthy of getting his name. But let's look at the 21. Okay, 3 times 7. What's the other 777s that have been in the news with regarding airplanes, water and air and earth? Okay, so the structure was dedicated to John Paul II on his visit to the region in 1998. Okay? Marco Gusmini. Very interesting. I hope you can see that this is a very questionable story, to say the least. Anyway, let's look at the Sunday. Sunday, we have a man with his head in front of the sun. Okay? Here they're illuminated, right? Supposedly, right? What are they illuminated all about? What is all that? Okay? Now, what do we have here? Catholic Church sits upon enormous, I know they sit on enormous asses, but I thought this was rather comical, assets. The Vatican Bank manages $8 billion worth of worldwide investments, as well as what? 33,000 accounts for clergy. Okay? I mean, do I need to continue? I don't need to, because I know we're a very select group of people here. And that's okay, because there may be one of you that hasn't quite nailed this whole stuff down yet. There's the old fish head. Okay. Now, if one wanted to, they could relate this whole story right now. If they truly wanted to, they could relate the whole of this story to Nineveh, okay, where God Almighty had to, told Jonah to go to go to Nineveh, and he didn't want to. Okay, I don't know if he was scared of getting fired from his job, or what the powers that be had influenced upon his mind, some kind of fear that he'd be left alone out in the cold, or whatever. For whatever reason, Jonah chose to go the other way instead of going to Nineveh. And what happened? He got spit out on the shore after being ate by a fish, okay? A whale. He got spit out on the beach in front of all of those fish worshipers, okay? Those fish worshipers. So there's a modern day theme taking place here, okay? I hope you guys can see the correlation. Okay, look at what we have here. We have all these people on a Sunday, okay? Some of you may be being threatened with losing your job because of your own personal beliefs or convictions, or whatever you want to call that. So here we have a scenario where Christ right here is represented all broken up on a fallen down cross that supposedly sacrificed a man with a M and a G in his name. Okay? To me, this is, and excuse me for using this word, it's rather monumental on the timeline. This event is indeed monumental on the timeline. Okay, the two popes, a dual canonization of these two men. Meanwhile, their representation of Christ sits here broken up, and the cross has fallen. Now, I'm not a cross man anyway, so don't confuse me with that type of a Christian, because I'm aware that it was most likely just a stake that he was hung on. So, and the cross has various other applications in the occult. I'm pretty sure anybody who's going to see this video is totally aware of that. But there again, I am going to re-emphasize that this is rather monumental, because here Christ is broken up and busted down, supposedly had killed a person. Meanwhile, two men of the false papacy in Rome are being canonized, okay? What does a cannon do, people? It explodes, all right? Let's not forget where we're at. We're at April 27th, okay? So we have 3 more days until May 1st. So what do you have here? You have 3 days of the Trinity. Then you have May 1st, which will be the 4th day from this event, which the 4th day is your 4 seasons, your 4 directions, your 4 everything there. So it's all there for you. I'm going to re-emphasize from the 15th to the 1st is the high satanic. It's the high satanic period in time for 2014. This is why CC Chelsea Clinton came out with her pregnancy on the 17th, which was the anniversary of the supposed explosion in West Texas. Okay, I have no doubt an explosion occurred. I have doubt as to whether anybody was injured by it. I don't have doubt as to whether or not a missile was fired into the thing. Whether there was a lawsuit going on with Monsanto or not, I really don't know. I do know during this same period of time in 1947, 1 year prior to the establishment of the state of Israel, right? Israel. Why does the news say Israel and not Israel? Just a little tidbit there for you. Anyway, there was a ship that exploded down there in Texas, full of fertilizer too, and supposedly killed 500 people back in 47. So these are all interesting things that have occurred during these last 2 weeks. So it comes as no surprise that this event is being kicked off with. To me, this whole thing right here is blasphemous. Because I believe these guys arranged for this to take place. I don't believe anybody died. And so, especially not a guy named Marco Guzmini. Anyway, so there's my little video. Have a good day.